Welcome to my channel, Wonder World.
10 amazing facts about coral reefs, and 1 terrible truth. The beauty of coral reefs is well known, but do you know their role in medicine or how they impact the economy? Filmmaker, photographer and marine biologist Ellen Hussein revisited the Great Barrier Reef for Costing the Earth. She presents 10 wonderful facts about coral reefs and 1 terrible truth underlying them all.
1. Animal, vegetable, or mineral? Corals are animals, but many are powered by the tiny photosynthetic algal plants within their cells. With this energy they are capable of building geological structures. Most corals are colonial animals, superorganisms comprising lots of smaller organisms, made up of multitude sea anemone-like coral polyps. In the reef-building hard corals, the polyps sit in a carbonate coral skeleton, which over time builds the fabric of the reef. 2. Cities under the sea. Coral reefs are like cities under the sea. The structure of the living corals themselves provides homes and hiding places for a huge range of marine life. Professor Ove Goldberg describes the Great Barrier Reef as the Manhattan of marine ecosystems. 3. Rainforests of the sea. Coral reefs are vitally important nursery grounds for fish and other marine life. It's estimated that 25% of all marine life globally depends on coral reefs for at least one stage of its life cycle, so they populate the oceans far beyond the boundaries of the reefs themselves. Coral reefs are the most biodiverse habitats in the oceans, and like the trees of the rainforest, the coral structures provide the structure of the ecosystem, within which other plants and animals live. 4. Fighting cancer. With few other means of protection, many reef life forms have developed complex chemical defense systems and bacterial communities. New medicines are being developed to treat cancer, Alzheimer's disease, arthritis, heart disease, and bacterial infections. NOAA. 5. Visible from space. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest structure ever made by life on Earth. It's the length of the entire west coast of the USA. John O'Mahony at Deloitte Access Economics has recently valued the Great Barrier Reef at odd $56 billion, contributing 64,000 jobs and $6.4 billion a year to the Australian economy. 6. Untold riches. The Bird's Head Peninsula Coral Reef of West Papua is the most biodiverse region of the world's oceans, with a grand total of 574 coral species alone, 72% of the world's species on one headland. Single reefs here hold 4 times as many species as the entire Atlantic Ocean. All the planet's richest reefs lie within the Coral Triangle, a glittering collection of islands in the Indo-Pacific, all home to at least 500 coral species. 7. Food for thought. More than just pretty places to visit, an estimated 0.5 billion people rely on coral reef fisheries worldwide for 95% of their protein, often in the poorest developing countries. Coral reefs worldwide have been valued by the World Wildlife Fund and the Smithsonian Institute as worth at least $1 trillion, generating $300 to $400 billion a year in food and livelihoods from tourism, fisheries, and medicines. 8. Universal value to humanity. The Great Barrier Reef has grown up over an astonishing 20 million years. The Great Barrier Reef was designated as a World Heritage Site in 1975, when it was identified by UNESCO as of universal value to humanity. The Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority was established in 1975, with its primary goal being to protect the reef. 10. Cool customers. Some deep-water corals can survive without photosynthesis in near or complete darkness. These species are generally very slow-growing and fragile. The terrible truth. Scientists predict that we will lose 90% of coral reefs globally by the year 2050, due to global warming, even if we achieve the Paris Agreement targets. In the last 30 years, we've lost 50% of corals globally. 50% of the Great Barrier Reef has died in the last 2 years alone, due to coral bleaching, in a trend mirrored by coral reefs around the world. According to UNESCO, by 2050 warming will exceed the ability of coral reefs to survive at most World Heritage Sites around the world. The twin threats to coral reefs are coral bleaching and ocean acidification, both are ultimately linked to anthropogenic. Please subscribe my channel.